Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Everybody wants a piece of you. Direct debits, I got a few. Take away the stress and the strain. Go wild camping, it'll keep you sane. Oh yes. Right, if you hear Ed Sheeran using them lyrics in a couple of years' time, you know where you heard it from. Roy Leonard. Right, so I'm going to do another wild camp. This time I'm heading to the woods, not towards the woods, heading to the woods in North Dorset, owned by the Forestry Commission, so it's quite a big woodland. So I'm going to try the old bow drill to get the fire going. I've done it plenty of times before, but a bit more pressure when you're trying to film it. So on a cycle there, it's probably 4 miles. It's going to be a cold one as well, so come along for the ride if you like. I'll catch you in a bit. Right, so I'm on the road. Just go through Bryanston School. Probably 2 miles to go. Lovely and sunny, but very cold. So what I'll do, I'll start filming again when I get near this woods I'm camping in. So I'll catch you in a bit. Right, so I've arrived at the woodland. It's owned by the Forestry Commission. So I recce'd this about 2-3 weeks ago. I stuck these 2 sticks in the ground, so I knew where to turn off. I've got to head into the forest. I don't know, it's only about 50 metres. I don't want to go too fast, so I've got to push the bike. Anyway, let's have a look, shall we? Right, so just creep through the woods. Like I say, it's not very far off the track. I didn't want to go too far. All I need is a level spot to pitch the tent on a bed of leaves, I reckon. We're on a Tuesday now. I couldn't work today because we run out of bricks on the job, so I've got a day off. And it's somewhere around here I'm going to camp. Park the bike up. Right, see the avenue of beech trees? Just got a good feeling about it. So anyway, I better get unpacked and get this tent pitched up. See you in a bit. Right, so what I've got, I've laid the ground sheet out first on a bed of leaves. Then I'm going to try it out for comfort. Not just comfort, for levelness. And that feels pretty good. So basically the ground sheet's going to protect the bottom of the tent. I've had it about a couple of months, I haven't used it yet. All the other camps I've done, well all 3 of them, I've put it on uneven ground, so this should be tickety-boo. Anyway, I'll get the tent up. Right, welcome back. I've got the tent up, I didn't film it. So I'm going to have a go at doing the bow drill. So this timber here, this is already builder's timber. Anybody in the building industry could do this. So basically with this, I haven't got much time because it's going to be dark. Split it down through with your knife and create your fireboard. That's probably about 1/2 inch by about 8 inches. Do the same again, but then you split it down again to get a square peg, which is about, say, the size of your thumb, and then you round it off with your bush knife. So this knife, I made this out of a saw blade, my first attempt. Not too bad. So with your knife, you just basically round the square peg off. Like I say, I haven't got time, so let's have a go, shall we? Right, so with the fireboard, I've got to cut a little notch in there with your knife. I'll just do that quickly. Right, put your knife where you know where it is. Then I've got to burn. I've done this at home several times, but it's a bit different when you're under pressure. Bearing block on top, foot to secure it, move any crap out your way. I don't know how much of this you can see. Keep doing that to cause enough friction. I don't know if you can see it smoking. Right, so that's burnt in. Let me just show you that. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. Then, with a little knife, saw on me, it's got a couple of knots in there. Please release me, let me go. Right, let me just tap the back of this camera. Well, hopefully you can see that. So I've cut a notch in, not quite to the middle of the hole. The next stage is get a leaf, anything, any leaf, put under the notch, so when you turn the drill, all the embers will land on the leaf or cardboard, and you can use anything. Probably the worst demonstration ever, this. Right, let's have a go at it, sorry. Right, so a lot of smoke. There's no smoke without fire. Like I say, when you do this at home, it works every time. Right, so I sped the video up because even though I was getting bored with it, but I tried my best, but no cigar. But keep watching, maybe tomorrow morning. I cheated in the end. I lit it with a match, but I give it a go. I got the ember, it's just that the little nest of hay was too dry. So the hardest bit is getting the ember, getting it to smoulder. I might have another go tomorrow morning. Just making a swig of tea. This is a little wood stove. Just trying it out. I think it's about 11 quid. Let me just show you inside the tent, and everybody else does it. So I've got the Langshan 2 Pro, that's the only one I've got. Sleeping bag, I took the Himalayas from Blacks, but I put like a bivvy bag over it just because you're going to get a lot of condensation tonight. Got a mattress underneath, which looks like it's going down. Inflatable pillow, so on and so on. Electric bike, which I might. The pub's about, I don't know, let's get there, let's have a little chat. The pub's about 2.5 miles away, so I might pop on down the pub. Breaks it up a little bit. It's not full on bushcrafting. Do you like me knife though? Wasn't bad. I'm going to have a go at making another one. No, I've sort of sussed it out. Look at her, she's burning well. One thing about it, we've got plenty of wood. See what I mean about the avenue of beech trees? They must have been planted by man or woman. So it's quite a peaceful spot. Have a cup of tea. I've bought some food, but only what you call simple food, sausages. I must say I'm so disorganised, I think I'm getting worse. Forgot the seat. Even though I had a list, I forgot the seat, but doesn't matter. Main thing, hopefully I've got plenty of clothes to put on, because I think it's going to be minus tonight. Anyway, I'm going to make this tea. I've got to charge the camera up because the batteries are getting flat. Right, and I'll catch you when I venture off down to the pub. Goodbye. What more do you want? Swig of tea, little campfire, and a seat about 50 yards away, well 20 yards away from your tent. I should have pitched a tent over there. Starting to relax a bit now. I get a bit stressed. I'm suffering with a bit of stress lately. Sort of overthinking things, I suppose. What happened bloody was I'm overthinking. But this sort of chills me out a bit once I'm all set up. But there's a lot to remember, I tell you. Like I said, I don't know how these guys that camp on top of excuse me, say camp on top of Ben Nevis or whatever, or in the Lake District. I follow this guy and he's camping in real extreme conditions, so he's got to carry a lot of gear to keep warm. He takes his drone, the camera, his dog. God, he must have some lightweight gear, because I've got my rucksack and the panniers on my bike. Still could do with more room. Bushman and Blue, if you want to check him out. Not that anybody shouts my channel out, but that's how you learn all these things, isn't it? Watching YouTube, very educational. There's nothing like watching a video on how to do something and looking at instructions or something like that. That's how I learnt the bow drill, even though it was a sort of a failure, wasn't it? If you can see here, look, I've got the hay. Hopefully it might dry out a little bit. Anyway, I'll drink this and I'll catch you later. Right, I found my way out, obviously. Put some gloves on because it's bloody freezing. Let's give you a bit of this nighttime training. At least it's not windy. I'm not going too fast because I'll fall off, because I'm bloody shite going downhill. The good thing is it's all off-road to the pub. The pub is Shillington, it's called the Ox. It's a lovely full moon. This is when you need your e-bike, not going down, but when I come back to the tent. Right, anyway, I'll catch you when I'm at the pub. Cuckoo! Right, I'm at the Ox, Shillington. They're not doing food, but they've got a fish and chip van. You can order fish and chips and eat them in a pub. And there's football. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. Ooh, just the 3 pints for me. I'll tell you what, they were the best fish and chips, one of the best fish and chips I've ever tasted. From like a van, they're not usually that good. Anyway, let's get back to reality, back to the woods and the tent. Let's see if my bike's still here. Oh yeah, she's still there. Right, I'll see you back at the woods. Right, I'll tell you what, putting them 2 sticks there as a marker, that helped out a lot. Right, so now I've got to find a tent. If you care to join me, it's Put my gloves back on. See if we can get it a bit better for when I come out. Anyway, that was an enjoyable evening. Portugal are playing Switzerland and they're winning 2-0. Not one bothered about football. Reet. I reckon down this side it's easier going in because it's all downhill. Hopefully you can see a bit of this footage. It is pretty cold now. I don't know if I've said that. It's a bit spooky. Hold on me baby. Through here. Oh, down there. I can see something reflecting. That could be off the tent. Oh, I can see her. Right. That ain't too bad. It's a good job I had another battery for the bike. Can you see? We've hung the food up in the tree, like you would do in Canada, to keep the bears off it. I thought maybe a fox or something might get into the tent. Better be overcautious. Alright, I'm going to get in the tent, get myself all snugged up. Hold on, and have a little chat. Alright, thank you. Reet, back in tent. Settling down. Yeah, that was alright, wasn't it? It beats sort of like staying in the tent all night. Hold on. My head torch run out of batteries. Don't buy cheap shite. That's the thing. I bought it off Amazon. Lasts about 5 seconds. Load of crap. And even my tent torch, look. I don't know if you can see that. Must about as bright as half a candle. Anyway, I'm gonna have another go at the old bow drill tomorrow. I've got a bit more time tomorrow, so give it a go. Determined to do it. I've dried out the hay on the my little wood stove thing, so it should take. And like I say, it won't be under pressure tomorrow because I've got plenty of time. Anyway, I will see you in the morning. Cuckoo. Me, brown wolf. Morning, everybody. Not a bad night's sleep. Well, not brilliant, but the best I've had in a tent. I've wrapped myself up like a little cocoon. And then I got too hot. I had to take one layer off. And then later on, I'd take another layer off. And then later on, I had to put a layer back on. So, there we go. Do you like my hat? Anyway, I didn't need gloves on or nothing. So I actually wrapped myself up in the old sleeping bag, put the hood up, and zipped it right up. Tickety-boo. The mattress doesn't stay up brilliant, but there we go. The pillow's good though. That's worth having. Yes, the plan is get tidied up, and then I'm gonna have another go, get myself sorted out for a change, get it all ready, and have another go at the bow drill and try to do a bit of cooking. Ooh. Yeah, did I tell you the time? I think it's about 20 to 8, so it's the longest I've stayed in a tent because there's no rush here because I'm not in the open. As I get out, there's about 100 people out there. Nah. So yeah, I can take my time here. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Cuckoo. just the 50. That warms you up. Right. I've still got it. Right, let's tidy up and let's get this bloody fire going with a bow drill. Dedication. Right, I think we're good to go. That's a bit of wood I'm going to split down through to make the drill and the fire board. I've got the bow ready. With the bow, I forgot to say yesterday, we go up like that. That needs to be quite stiff, if you know, you don't want a flexible bow. That's the bearing block. I've actually put a bearing in there. That takes the drill. We've got some dry hay, which I dried out on the fire yesterday. You want your saw, you want like a hardwood mallet, homemade knife maybe. Then I've got some small kindling, started off, and some bigger bits, and hopefully we should be cooking. Anyway, I'll try and get some nice footage of this. Cuckoo. Right, here we go. 2, 3, 4. Right, so we're looking about ½ inch-ish. Right, one more. Slightly bigger. This is for the drill. Right, that'll be up for kindling. Right, that's not too bad at all. Get it as square as you can get it. Let's do that again so we can get a bit better one than that. Sometimes it don't play ball because there's a knot in there. Oh, another thing, don't have any knots in your wood because it won't work. Just pick some straight grain out. But I think I can do something with that. So basically, let me get myself a square peg, take all the corners off your knife, until you've got as best round as you can get it. Who made this knife? So I mean, it's already looking a bit. Right, so one end's got to be pointed. Take the bearing block, and the other end's just got to be rounded off a little bit. And even though it's cold, this warms you up. You can take this hat off now, easy. Right, so there. Just round this bit over. It will burn itself into like the end of your thumb shape, rounded off. See that? Right, what we're going to do now is move the camera over to where I'm going to do the drilling. Right, the time has come. Right, let's see if we can just burn this in. Bearing block on the top. Put as much pressure as you can downwards. Bearing block. Right, I don't know if you can see any smoke. Should be able to see smoke. Right, put that to one side. So that, let's get your reed in there. See, I guess burnt in, so I'll cut my notch in there, not quite to the middle, and we should be good to go. I'll stop the camera for a bit till I cut the knot. See that? Not quite to the middle. Right, fingers crossed. Instead of putting a leaf under there, I'm going to just put the off-cut of wood. Should be more stable then. Get my knees wet. Right. Let's have a go. Let's have a go at it. Right, bearing block. Not quite. No cigar. Bloody leave out. Right, let's give it another blast. Oh. Whew. I think we might be in. Whew. Or maybe not. It's just on the cuff of. On the cuff, what do you want about? One more go. Third time lucky. Oh, bloody hell. Who needs a fire? Hopefully that'll pick up. So will I. Whew. Right, I'll let that pick up. I don't know if you can see it from there. Well, you've seen it yesterday, didn't you? The trouble with the GoPros, they turn the screen off so I can't see what I'm filming. Well, you can see it anyway. Alright, I might move. Let's put it nearer the... Hold on a minute. I have got a firelighter in there. There we go. Move that. Tense nerves. Whew. So that's hopefully dried out. There you go, you see that back here. Beauty, isn't it? Let's give it a go, Joe. Hold on. Let me get me beak in. Still don't think it's dry enough. Magic! That's made my bloody day, I tell you. Oh, bloody hell. Oh. Spoke too soon. Oh, that's how I get it. That's how I retrieve this. Booger. Right, I'm just going to light that with my thing. I've actually achieved it, so there we go. I'm going to light it with the my matches. This is the smallest frying pan in the world. Lidl's. If that falls off. 3 sausages, that's your limit. Like I say, I'm no cook, as you'll probably see. But not a bad little setup, is it? Beats working. I don't know how long I'd survive in the wild. Right, I'll get them cooked up and I'll catch you in a bit. That's one tasty sausage sandwich, boy. You remember that film? But it wasn't a sausage sandwich. Well, not too bad. Seems I'm not a cook. I'm pleased I got the fire, well, not the fire going, but I actually got the flame with the bojor. You need dead, dry hay or whatever you're going to use. You know, it's got to be bone dry for this time of year. It's not. So, what else you got to say? Yeah, it's been pretty good. I got, like I say, got the most night's sleep since I've been doing it. It's my 4th camp. And the beauty of this, you haven't got to rush in the morning and pack up before anybody sees you. So, and you can do a bit of cooking. So it's all good, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, if you've got this far with it, if you've been patient and got this far with the video, it's a bit sketchy. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Costs nothing. And think they'll like. Anyway, I've been Roy Leonard. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.